The Out There channel, Robert and Paul.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Yo. How's everybody out there? I've been up and down with fatigue, and as you've seen little videos I've posted, problems where things gone wrong with the keyboard, so I'm having to use this online keyboard, on-screen keyboard, which is going to be fun. Hopefully I won't need to use it too much. Okay. Can toggle it that way. No. Is it all working? Let me just post some side comments here. Should be interesting stuff. Got percent here. We're in daylight savings now, so it might appear that I'm an hour late than normal. Well, in this case, probably 2 hours late. So I had a few things to set up. On this new table that I got, as you can see in the video I put up. So let's just post some test posts. Let's see if it works. Yo. So far so good. Is it coming up? Yep, cool. Oh. Is there anyone out there? I don't know. Come on. So I'm working on this new table and trying to get comfortable sitting up, but keep sliding down. I'm gonna have to get some different pillows again. Okay. So today's subject is I need to post it. Looks like I've lost my side chat on the other one. Let's just get that back. There we go. Alright, and super chats are on if you want to donate. As I said, everything is so I can do a show. You know, table, keyboards, cameras, action. Everything costs money. Here we do real UFO and paranormal topics. We don't go for the drama and trash talk people. Ends up being the point anyway. But we're here to expose liars and fraud videos, of course. A lot of people get conned still because they don't have the skills to analyze stuff. Hopefully they'll learn it by watching me. Hopefully I sound alright too. I'm not breathing too heavy, am I? I've been trying some asthma stuff. Seems to be helping. I have to get the doctor to give it to me though. I'm using someone else's. So yeah. So first of all, the main topic will be on Bigfoot. Now, some interesting stuff's come out in recent TV shows, which everybody says, yeah, they fake it, or mistaken, or not credible. But I think finally we got some guys with brains. no entertainment show, but actually seriously researchers, called Expedition Bigfoot. So how can we type that in quickly? Be good to use voice, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, it doesn't like Google corrupted Brave, I think. Let's see. Finding Bigfoot. No internet connection, which is bullshit. Oh dear. Google's a bunch of crap. They're trying to nubble their competition. Okay, what's that? We're going to have to type it in. Expedition. Let's see how fast we can type it. Okay, it might be up here. There we go. Is it still in the slot? I don't know. Sometimes it just stops typing in the browser. There you go. Damn thing. As soon as you do this soon. That's not it. Until I get my new keyboard, I have to put up with Expedition. It's not in the list, I think. No. Yep. Bigfoot. Yay. Okay. Travel TV, okay. I suppose they're owned by Discovery and all the other cable networks out there, though. Who's out there? Say hi on the side if you want to. Don't be shy. If you want to come on voice and talk about any of these topics, we can set it up as well. So you can be sort of a co-host if you want to. So these are the bunch of experts in their, I suppose, areas of expertise. Hers is on apes. Him, I'm not too sure on. Probably just a Bigfoot researcher. Seeing that one. But he looks military, doesn't he? And this guy here looks like the tech expert. Okay, so they go and they use big data where the sightings are, and they predict when they're going to show up. But since they had such interesting results at the end of last season, they went back to the same area, hoping that the Bigfoot hasn't moved on. Now, they got some interesting footage on episode 2, which they enhance on episode 3, which is not that great, actually. So you go and check out that show. To me, it looks like it's really well done. We do have extra cameramen with them, though. but they don't seem to hide the facts like some shows do. And they're definitely out in the bush. But it's quite interesting to hear all these things coming really close to them, and they don't seem to detect it, even with the thermal. Which means they've probably got full invisibility cloaking. Now I just wonder if it is some military technology that's they got some military people walking around with this cloaking technology, and they're just using them for testing, you know. But who knows? We'll go over it and see what you think. And you always have to have that critical thinking. These shows tend not to have it. So what I've done is I've taken some key snapshots and enhanced a few of them where it's the darkest. Hopefully it won't get detected as copyright. Now the show's aired. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so there's the first one. I'll just go to full screen here. Now we can see a black object here. And that's the best we're going to get. It looks fairly big. But what it is it looks like it's casting a shadow in the water. And they're thinking it's a shadow. But I don't think so. I don't think it's a shadow. But what's interesting is up here on this mountain edge, it kind of almost looks like a Bigfoot face, doesn't it? Look, looks like a Bigfoot head there. Pareidolia. Okay, so on to the next frame. And the next one. And you'll see it gradually moving out of the water. Ooh, what happened there? Should have done that. What happened? I went to the other screen for some reason. Let me just... I don't know why it's doing that. You damn thing. Let me just close it again. It's very strange. Should have did that. Oh, I forgot to take the message off the screen there. Someone should have said so. Hey, blue chickens here. Hey, we got to do the blue chicken dance. Interrupt the Bigfoot. We need less chickens though. Just want more brave people to come on the side chat. So we've got a few things to go over, as I've been off not too well. Doing Bigfoot and UFOs. Is it working? Sounds like it. Welcome, Blue Chicken, to the side chat. He's brave enough to come and chat. Unfortunately, I got it on repeat there. Alright, do the kung fu and go. Red alerts, Bigfoot coming. Now that's what they need. They need some trained blue chickens out there with them in this TV show. Animals are really good at alerting at sixth sense, right? They should have a dog with them, probably. What do you think? So, yeah, we got this Bigfoot. So I was just going over the enhancements, but here you can see it walking along. And you can see a shadow in the water. See that? No, they don't notice the shadow in the water. Shadow. Of course, this is probably not the highest quality we can get. That's what I've found on the net. As a clip. So, by all means, go and grab the show and look at it 4K or higher if they do offer. So you can see the shadow in the water here. So I don't think it's cloaking yet. So you can see the shadow, the light. Now it's disappearing, and this is where the cloaking starts kicking in. And that's it. You know, after that, we don't get anything else on the screen. So you're going to have to go and watch the show. I can't do it as super good as them because they'll probably have my video controlled. But yeah, it's quite interesting. You see one before, there it is fading. You can still see the shadow. And the next frame, you got to remember it's every second. You can still see it slightly. Now it's gone. So here it is walking in the water. And it's stepping out onto the shore. What's happened? Stepping out, see, coming out. It's quite interesting footage, even though it's shit. Now they thought it was a shadow, and I don't think so. Because that means they're saying there's something in the water, maybe, walking along. Because they're shining torches at it and it's reflecting off the rocks, but it doesn't look like it, because why would you get a reflection in the water? See that there? Same angle. Over here, I think it's because of the coloration that we're using. I think it might be a colour night vision they're using. That's as part of the weed in front of them. But yeah, does it look like a Bigfoot? Looks like an all black thing. It's bipedal. On the show, they do pick up scents. They can smell like rotten meats type smell. You're a bigger picker. You're a naughty eating blue chicken. Yeah. I bet he's got bigger feet than you, though. Yeah. So yeah, looks like it's a fairly big body there. Shame it's blurry as hell, though. I don't know if we can do any more enhancements on it. I could do sharpener on it. And that's where it turns on its cloaking. And it gradually fades away. And after that, they have another 30 seconds of recording, and you don't see it anymore. But yeah, it's kind of funny that on this background here kind of looks like a Bigfoot head. Eyes. And then they're putting the other torch on it. And it starts fading then. And those is in the spotlight. Now, why didn't they have like floodlights? And why didn't they have thermal on the show? Because it looks like they're missing out the smoking gun evidence. But I believe the best is still to come. This is why I'm showing it on episode 2. So you can go and watch the show in future. Anyway. So what can we do with it? I don't know. Probably could sharpen it. So, when did they say it's on America time? Sundays, there you go, March 20th, Season 3. Which is interesting though, they have done a summary show of the last season's evidence. All the hairs come back negative. They were all bear or deer. The footprints still are quite interesting. But what's this thing, you know those poles, wood sticks they had, where all the trees are intertwined? They're saying they're sacred spaces or markers of territory. Apparently they took some soil samples around and they found chimpanzee DNA. But then again, isn't chimpanzee DNA 98% human DNA? So, yeah. Could it be mistaken for human DNA? But yeah, I think all the evidence overall though is kind of suggesting there's a bit more going on here, especially with that video evidence there of looks like a human walking along and it vanishes. Now we've seen that with some of my live shows where I've talked about cloaking. If you've been with me with my channel for years now, I've covered cloaking technology and I update how they're going every year, like I've done with electrographics lifters. You know, now they've got a lifter that's able to carry cameras, right? And now they've got the battery packs that can actually make it last 50 minutes, you know, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, on this show they're using all the latest technology too. But why they didn't use it on that footage there, I would have thought they would have had some sort of LED floodlights, which would have been better than torches. And motion detection as well. But, yeah. Obviously, you can see they've got lots of clips here you can look at. But we have covered their past seasons, analysed some of their footage, if you've not seen the past live shows. I've got a bit of croaky voice. Sorry about that. Bigfoot is an old hairy guy. No, it doesn't seem that way. They're saying on season 1 that nature could actually work out cloaking through genetics. And they said it's just a matter of layers of different fur, right? Like if you can stop all the body heat shining through fur, you're going to go transparent, right? To thermal. But visible light is a wee bit harder. So yeah, you could hide yourself quite nicely with 3 layers of fur probably. But reflect the background in front of you so it doesn't leave a shadow. Like we saw at the end of those 3 frames where it disappears. I don't know, that sounds almost human technology, doesn't it? Or alien. How would nature be able to do that? Maybe that's why the military wants to capture one, because they want that technology. OG Skywatch, Bigfoot is a alien. Alien what? If you want to come on and talk on voice, I can set it up for you. Alien, something, avatar, I'm guessing. Okay. Yeah, I got it covered here. Let's see, that's a bit easier for me to see. Bigfoot is an alien off-road avatar. I'm guessing they will never find one. Not with this video that we just looked at, where it looks like they got cloaking. I think it's good evidence that cloaking is working. What's that one up here? National Guard been deployed to national parks for disappearing people. Yeah, so if they got cloaking right, they could be right next to the trail you're walking. And you won't see them. But you could smell them if they're not barfing. But they could be hiding in right next to where trampers go. And they just run up and pick off the last one at the end of the line. And put their big hand over their face. Or crack their neck and kill them. And run off with it and eat them, probably. It's like the Predator movie. It really is. Yeah, which frame should we go for enhancement again? So we've got it coming out the water here. It's walking along the water edge here. And then I missed a few frames there. And now it's jumped up to here. So it stepped out the water. It's casting a shadow. Oh, sorry, we're going to get the shadow one. I think that's the best one there. S115 we need to get. Now it's walking along the stones. Now what's interesting though, it didn't make any noise in the water. And now they shine the other torch on it. And it suddenly cloaks, disappears. So we're at the beginning of the game. Fortunately, I should have done a few more frames just to prove that nothing changes after that. They just pan around, and there's no sign of the Bigfoot, and there's no reflection anymore. So let's just find 115 here. Where's 115? On the end. There it is. Okay. Let's open that up. Where's open? Get in the side chat in a minute. Let's make sure we got the right frame. There we go. And you can see it's, even with the best technology at night time, still not really damn good. Yeah, I think it's a real thing here, and that's the reflection. But they're thinking that it was something walking, and it was casting a shadow. But they didn't notice there's a shadow in the water as well. So that blows that idea out. What do we got here? Oh, that's me. Is it? I don't know. Watch my theory. Goes, what's here is alien. Yeah, well, if you watch all my stuff, I prove that it's alien. All that I can say is hybrid, possibly the alien merged with the alien. I reckon that this might be the space travelers, but more likely multiverse, and when you think we're cloaking, they might actually be entering a portal and entering back into their world. Now, what's interesting is in this episode, they come across this fish trap in the middle of nowhere, which only humans build those type of fish trap where the fish can enter, but they can't come back out. So, could it be military black ops using some cloaking technology? Yes, it's possible. But, why haven't they come clean? Say, yeah, it's just us with this new technology. Maybe it's top secret. But we have seen other videos, like I said, in live shows, where they got active camouflage uniforms. And you can see them blend in, just like this, in front of a tank. And the only time you see them is where they climb up a tank and they cut through the thermal heat of the tank's skin. And you can see them climbing up and jumping into the tank. Before then, you can't actually see them on thermal. So, yeah, my multiverse theory explains how these can be just coming here to hunt. Maybe they don't have salmon or trout or what they like to eat in their universe or planet. Which will probably be another clone of Earth, I guess. So, yes, at least it really opened all the above, really. Alien, UFO that crashed, and they sort of had males and females aboard, and they just set up a colony here, and started reproducing, maybe. But yeah, what we can do is we can open up side chat if you want to come and chat. But let's just post the link. Free for all. I'm not sure if anyone will though. There we go. Still working alright. Now all you need to do is open it up in Chrome browser or the latest Brave or one of the latest browsers anyway. And just give it permission for your microphone and video. You can turn off just like any other chat program. Basically, it's a room. Whoop! Did I just get rid of it? Oh no. As you can see, it's broadcasting my screen at the moment, which is this. But it's got the usual thing there to turn off the mic or the camera. So you can just see O for owner of out there channel or out there channel, whatever it is. So you can do that. So you just have to click there and give permission, and you're inside the room here. You can start talking, and you can be on the live show. As long as you're civil, no swearing and all that sort of stuff. Hyperbolic fear. Yeah, they do some stuff in science labs where they can bend light using titanium rods, is it? Which is meant to be the future of camera lenses, meta lenses, right? Which we're yet to see, which will get rid of a lot of the artifacts we get with UFO videos. Are you talking about AI or alien there? Good looker. Okay. Anyway, try not to self-promote too much. We're pretty strict on all that here. If you join our Discord group, and you can post links, and we can bring it up on various shows once we've checked it all out as well, if we think it's needed to talk about any videos you caught. Yeah, I don't know if it's artificial intelligence. I haven't seen any proof of artificial intelligence. Why would if they were sort of artificial intelligence, wouldn't they have weapons? But these creatures seem to want to kill with their bare hands. So it might be tribal, you know, where they suggested what they were filming there was a baby Bigfoot, Sasquatch, or what do you want to call it. Now that kind of makes sense, that they'd be like the Predator movie, where they come here to earn their rights as being adults, and they got to go and survive for 2 weeks in the wild, fishing and hunting without any weapons. But they're allowed to use a cloaking suit, maybe. So what they're suggesting is, through some other stories, is that I'm not sure where the story comes from, but apparently the baby Bigfoot are got to go up to a human and wave right close to him, wave their hands. And once they've done that, they've earned a badge of honour. As long as they don't get shot or killed, I suppose. But yeah, very careful of misinformation here. You know, it's alright talking about theories and stuff. That's alright, but misinformation is the downfall of ufology at the moment. In a lot of things, probably. But yeah, if you want to come on voice, by all means, come on. So let's have a look at this video here, see if we can enhance it a bit more. It's a very interesting topic, I find. And yet you find a lot of Bigfoot people don't like linking it in with aliens. Even though there's stories of people seeing Bigfoot's flying saucers. Seem to be slipping down a wee bit here. Sharpener. Okay, let's see if that improves. Aha, it does, doesn't it? Look at those stones, they just pop out. Okay. This shows that TV show guys are pretty terrible when they come to enhancing their videos. They're meant to be experts. So, there's the Bigfoot. And there's the reflection. So we really need to do that over the whole video. But unfortunately I won't be able to do that because of copyright. But yeah, come out of the water here, up there. And they put the second torch on it and then it vanished. But does that look like a Bigfoot? Certainly walking along on 2 feet, isn't it? Almost looks like a ghillie suit there, wouldn't you say? Now, is that a boulder near its head there? I think it is. I think it's leaning forward there. And the reflection... looks like it's taken a step. Alright. But can we see anything over here? Like a spaceship? So it looks like a human face there, doesn't it? I see pareidolia everywhere. See here? Looks like a human face. See that? Weird. Now, if there's one Bigfoot, it's bound to be other Bigfoots. But they haven't gone near and measured. Like, to me, you'd get someone to stand where this was and gives you an estimate how big it was. They reckon it's 7 foot. Okay, so let's keep that one. Probably could resave it. Then play it back again and see what happens. Now this red thing here is weed. I think it's colour night vision they have. Although it didn't blend in too well. What else can we do? Colour curves maybe. It's a wee bit more powerful to the enhancement I did with the video player. Okay, so we're changing blacks to other colours. They're meant to be all the same colour black. So here it definitely looks like some sort of weed or bush. And that sort of made it look like a Bigfoot now, doesn't it? Looks like the Bigfoot, that's its head. And up here, obviously, is a rock. And you look at the shadow, the head. It does look like a typical Bigfoot would be. Black. I would say even looks like it's got a muscular arm there. Alright, so it looks like that Patterson movie, doesn't it? And in fact, it's looking around, looking at them, because they turn on the other torch around about there, and they hear the click. That to me has really enhanced it. So looks like the head there, the two eyes are looking at us. There's the back of it. The legs are down here. Look, it's stepping over a boulder. Fairly big one by the looks of it. In front of it there. Let's save that one. And run it together. I think they need to hire me for the show. And to do the enhancements and give them variations to have a look at. Okay, so let's just close that one down now. And let's just play the sequence. Full screen. So there it is there. Let's take it one step forward. Another step. Another step. Now it's heading up the shoreline. And then for some reason I missed some. Now it's up here, I think. I think it's up there, but let's go to the next one. They are stepping up. Slowly moving. Now they've got the second torch on it. And that's where it looks around. It sort of pauses, doesn't it? So we're going from that, which is very hard to see, to that, which gives us more clues. Definitely looks like a gorilla head. See that? Gorilla head. Arms, legs. It looks like a Bigfoot. It's not a shadow, as they claimed. Very interesting. Next frame. Looks like it's bent its head around. Probably should have done all the frames that colour. Now it's starting to fade. It's like it switched on a suit to go cloaking. It probably thought it wasn't being seen in the darkness. Anyway, go and check out the show. It's a lot better than what I can present here. I can just do the extra bits. There are two types of cloaking technologies. Yeah. Are you meaning green screen is one of them? That's one way to do it. But it's not true cloaking. Yeah, it still needs more pixels, that's for sure. But I would assume they're using the best quality technology they've got. But at least they're getting evidence. I think soon enough we'll have it. So, yeah. Well, that's all I've really got to show you on the Bigfoot stuff. So, we can start looking at the UFO stuff now. But it's an interesting thing. I suppose if you Google them with cloaking, there may be discussions on it. Anyway. UFO stalker. Guess what they did? After me fixing up it so it all worked nicely, they've gone and updated the page. And guess what they've done? They've removed the gallery function and they're not going to put it back. Which is stupid because the gallery function showed us all the cases that had video or photographs. I think they may... Let me just see. I think they may have fixed the right click. Let's have a look. They fixed the right click. So I've been talking to the admin on the forum. So it's kind of stupid. You have to join UFO Stalker with an account. Then you have to click on this one here. Now, it used to open up in a new tab. But oh, it has opened up a new tab because I got the other one pinned. Yep, okay, that's good. And then you just join that one with another account. And if you want to post comments on a case number, you have to join a third account. You have to join this plugin. And you can see that I'm registered the out there channel. So I had to join all three of them to make comment about things not working. But as you can see, at least it's saying there's no videos now there. But we got no way of knowing which ones have videos. So now you can go and join and actually interact with the manager of it. Apart from losing gallery, it actually looks a lot better. And they allow you to bookmark locations on your map. But it's good that they've fixed up this right click here to allow open a new tab. So that way when we close that one down, we're still at the same map location. So let's go somewhere else. It's a bit of shame they don't have like a camera icon underneath the UFO, so you know which ones have got video and pictures. Okay, we got one here with a photograph. So let's open it up in a new tab. And bingo, we got 2 videos. Now, for some reason I'm not playing still. As you can see, I'll click on them. So you still have to use that little hack of mine to open, copy the video address, open a new tab, and then it opens up the player normally. Access denied, so they've broken it again. You know, I had all that fixed. Now it's all broken. So, looks like I'm not going to be able to do MUFON cases until they sort that garbage out. Very shameful, really. Because I had it all working, didn't I? You saw my last stream on it. I'm disappointed. Now we can click that and still be back to where we were, which is good. So they fixed up some stuff, but ruined what it really allows us to do. And that one's a triangle. We've got a video. Open new tab. And bingo. No pictures. And if you click on it, that's why. Access denied. So my little add-on is not working anymore because I think I opened all the latest ones in the gallery, right? That had a different way of accessing the photographs. And once I accessed it and used my little add-on plugin I had, it cached the images, right? But the guy said that the images are so big that it's resource hungry and slowing down the system. Well, I said, well, just create thumbnails, smaller images then, and store it on UFO Stalker website instead. And he hasn't done it, as you can see. So there's no way we can look at MUFON cases until it's all fixed again. So get on the forum, guys, and tell them it's not working. See if you can do it on your browsers there, and let me know if you got it working. Whether it's a problem with Brave browser, I don't know. Actually, I'll post it over here. See if you can get that triangle one open case there. So what are we saying over here? One of the photos caught them jumping. Okay, we're talking about Bigfoot still. How are we doing for time anyway? I can't quite see it. The other screen's miles away now. Yeah, 54 minutes, okay. Had to get to the other screen, zoomed in. Most websites have these vids, but well shielded. And if they're real good images, MUFON's generally garbage. 99% of them, as far as I'm concerned. So when I told him that still the images are getting access denied, he didn't believe me. He said it's because they got 1.5 terabytes of images to crawl from the MUFON database and store them on UFO Stalker. And that was a week ago. So if you're running it 24/7, it should have a lot more photographs across, and it should be adding all the latest ones first. Should be going backwards. So all these work, on the latest current month. So yeah, I say garbage. Any in Australia? Mostly around the coastlines. So that's another crazy thing. There was a UFO there, so where did that one disappear to? And there was one up here. Oh no, now it's gone. Oh, there it is. And now it's gone. So that's kind of crazy. It's got a photograph too. So let's see if that one opens. No. Won't open. What if I use my open tab? Might be a way to do it. Where's open tab though? Options are not there. Can pin it to a tab. No. Inspect. There's no option. Yes, so let's just try. Open it up an edge just to prove it's not working. Okay. Here we go. Australia. There's another thing that shows the map. So, what do they say? Just as a read.
My husband and I were driving along Bradshaw Road after a massive hailstorm hit town. I asked him to take photos of the sun coming out just by the ranges. He had his iPhone and snapped photos while I was driving. Photos are just seconds apart. In one photo you see nothing, then you see a blue light.
Blue lights. Could it be like, what they call it? Warm lightning, where you don't actually get any thunder, but you get the flashes. Because blue light's often related to lightning, isn't it? So, yeah. But until we see the picture, we don't know. Back at England. Suppose you could go down the list here and see if that works as well. London. Okay, we got a video, but we can't watch it. Access denied. Loop. Cast media. Copy link. Let's try Edge to see if it works. Same message. XML does not appear to have any stolen information. Yeah, I don't know if I can hack that one. Maybe, I don't know. But rather than them fix their site up, rather than me having to find workarounds. So, yeah, this is showing. Another one here. Let's see what it says.
We were out on our balcony at our Airbnb in London, UK. We were directly under a flight landing path, and my girlfriend took this video. After examining it later, we noticed at the 25-second mark, something flew by this plane. It went from tail to nose. Left-hand side of the video. If you slow it down, you'll see something fly from the bottom left, up toward top left of the screen. Pretty amazing because the plane was right there beside it in the video, and can give you a great scale of the size comparison.
Unfortunately not. It's probably a bug close to the camera. Or if it's in floodlights, it could be a seagull, of course. But again, we can't watch the video because we can't get access to it. But, what happened there? I would leave it there on that one, just in case it does come alive again. We can then analyze it. So let's go back and have a look at some of the UFO stuff on Ford UFO channels. Now, I don't think Tyler's put up anything new, has he? To go over. I should say rest in peace to John Lear. Apparently he died last night. Not sure what from. I thought Tyler would have put up a rest in peace John Lear video by now, but he hasn't. John Lear was the guy that was like an amazing pilot for a while, and then I suppose oxygen deprived brain or something happened. It sounds like he was into drugs. Somehow stuffed up his brain. And he started getting paranoid about conspiracies, and the family cut him off, saying he's a nut job. Yeah, so nothing there on third phase. Let's see if we can search on stuff from John Lear while I think about it anyway. I've got to use this keyboard here, because I spilt my cup of cola on a so-called lead keyboard that was meant to be waterproof to IP68, and it wasn't, and it died. John Lear. Did I get it right? This is not working. All these programs have to run. There we go. So, famed aviator John Lear, 79, so he wasn't too young. Departs on his next adventure. 3 days ago, they reckon. Activist Nevada aviator. 8 news, no. Now, I mean. So yeah, they're all picking it up here. Which is the one that I-Team do. But this is not top of the list, which is kind of strange. Ah, he looks young there. Is it? No, this can't be him, surely. No, some politician. Oh, here he is. With George Knapp. Apparently he was hooked on oxy painkiller. He had this weird idea that 9/11 was holographic planes. Yeah, and what caused all the debris was some sort of missile or something. Drone. But apparently they found a lot of engine parts and plane parts, because some of it went through the other side of the buildings, right? They'll probably say they were planted, though. Yeah, so there's no news report on video, is there? Yeah, so they haven't said anything how he died, have they? Just given it here. Tuesday night. What did he die off? Anyone know on the side chat? Was it overdose of painkillers? Or was it the virus, or what? Yeah. Yeah, Corbell apparently did a few videos with him, didn't he? Sleeping on his couch, of all things. Said if ever asked her to post this message. Angels are allowed a few mistakes, but he tried not to abuse that privilege. Hey, doesn't make any sense. He was one of a kind, alright. Yeah, so until we find out more how he died, I don't. Maybe they'll keep it a secret. These conspiracies saying that the government killed him off. Oxy doesn't what? See holograms. No, it doesn't. But doesn't mean he wasn't doing other stuff. Knowing John Lear probably tried everything, you know. Weed with LSD all at the same time. Weed apparently allows you to hear and see things too if you got the right DNA. Affects a few percentage of people. John Lear is a legend, even if he didn't see anything. Well, he certainly caused a lot of talk, that's for sure. And he certainly had a conspiracy for everything. I suppose it's like Alex Jones. Eventually, if you say enough conspiracies, one's bound to be right. So I wonder which one of his is going to be right. Okay, so third phase, I think they've put some stuff up. Let's have a look. Third phase are false. Alright, so what do we got? Have they put anything up on John Lear? Nope. Greer, because they're making a big documentary, right? To try and make some more money. They won't be able to hide these UFO sightings. So where do we begin? I think we got to that one last time. Which was some sort of, looked like water droplets. But it could be some debris on the lens off the slide when they scanned it. So it could be emulsion pill, where it pulls off the glass, right, and leaves holes. So yeah, weren't sure on that one, but certainly it wasn't UFOs. Let's have a look at this one now.
This discussion is off.
Okay, we don't know discussions. Right. So, is this about the movie they're making? Look at that look on his face, guys. Blake Cousins. He's trying not to laugh, isn't he? He's always trying not to laugh. He's trying to have a serious look there, but it doesn't look right, does it? It looks like he's trying to force his mouth closed. Let's display some of it.
I don't work for anyone in the government. I'm not paid by anyone in the government or a corporation or anyone international or a covert program. This is a completely...
He's trying not to laugh, isn't he? I suppose, Greer keeps repeating the same stuff, right? What's going on here?
Comprehensive form.
Okay, on to this one, is it?
Into thin air, and for the heads up on this, he's done some enhancements, and what he has
So the little speck over here.
discovered is quite incredible. We've seen the
And if you look at the spikes on the sun here, this thing here would be quite big compared to the Earth.
Speculating for 10 years now that these anomalous objects, these UFOs, could be harnessing the energy from the star system.
Okay, so we've been over these ones before, where it's a charged energy particle that goes across the sensor, and it loses electrons to the photocell. And that's why, as it slows down, it gets whiter because there's more electrons being released. And then some of it bleeds over to the next cell here.
System. But look at this. Close in proximity to the sun.
Okay, so they're saying because it's gone like this, it's got to be a shape of a spaceship. So if it's multiple bursts of radiation particles going in the same line, gamma rays break down to other particles that lose electrons. Looks like a scatter effect, like you get at the CERN collider, right? And different brightnesses. So yeah, I'm not convinced. Because it looks like a UFO. I'm surprised they haven't rotated it. Not subbed to any of them. Well, we've got to keep an eye on what they're saying as UFOs because it's disinformation, really. To be that close to the sun, too, is way closer to what then that satellite they launched, right? The one that's going to get closest to the sun. Be way further out. Be out to here, probably. Closest. Where you get the corona ejection. So it'd be in a safe spot with its heat shield, which could withstand 2000 degrees Celsius, was it? But something that close to the sun. Yeah. How about this speck over here? Let's just focus on that. Or was that a cursor? It's hard to know. Could be a cursor.
Into thin air, and for the heads up on this.
Is it a cursor? Into thin air.
He's done some enhancements, and what he...
Okay, what's this over here? Earth. What is it saying? Earth scale. Yeah, like I said, that would have to be massive. Where's the other one? Don't see it.
has discovered is quite incredible.
Must be there now. There it is, coming into view. So that means that final bit would be half our planet. Nah, I don't believe it.
Seen the ships close to the sun. We've been speculating.
So what are they saying about it?
Like some kind of starship, right? Yeah, like we're always looking for the answers, and sometimes we might get a good one. Right now, we're still on the fence on what this actually is. Could it be a planet or a star?
See, if that was a ship, all that light, I'm pretty sure it'd show more of the shape of the craft, wouldn't it? Even if it had some cloaking, you'd expect it to illuminate even around the top, some of the top edge, right? Yeah, I'm not buying
comet debris, whatever it is, we still don't know the answer. But these
it's just a artifact. That's what it is.
Stills that Into Thin Air came up with today. A great capture. I suggest everybody go over to his channel, subscribe, because he's got a really great channel breaking down the weather and capturing anomalies like this. Yep.
I don't know if we can enhance it on the video. Let's just give it a try. That one there. Aha, we're seeing a lot more dots now, aren't we? That changes it. So you see what he's done. He's probably mucked around with a still image instead of looking at the video, right? There we go. It's not a shape of a craft now, is it? Busted. Saturation. This is not a... So that looks more like radiation, doesn't it? There we go. Paul's busted it with a plug-in.
Good stuff here, guys. I want to get your...
Don't go and sub to the channel. He's obviously mucked around with it to make it look like a flying saucer by dipping down the colours. Liars. Okay, the next one. Okay, let's get back to
here,
that.
guys. I want to get your opinions in this live premiere What's your thoughts? Is this maybe some kind of celestial event, a planet, like Brent said, a comet? Or is this some kind of intelligence, some kind of extraterrestrial
Radiation.
craft? Or maybe it
If
could
they're
be
experts,
ours.
they'll say radiation.
Guys, I want to get your thoughts. Now, let's get to the next UFO video right now. Watch this, guys.
Okay, what are the thoughts on the site? Have we got chats?
Is this the infamous...
Here we go. What did they say on the site? Anything useful? I'm out of the weeds. Aussie. Okay, let's look at the bottom of the list. So someone donated to him 16 MTHs. Is that some sort of weed? Okay. Dr. Greer is hot. Justin. Assuming he must be a gay man. Renee, we don't know what is. In Philippines they call them ladyboys. Why doesn't he do this at a decent time? Member for 16 months. Alright, okay, that's what it stood for. Buckle up, third phase. Stick a thing in the mouth and put a buckle on it. There, goof on. Any pits are there in a pair. What the hell's he talking about? Does he mean pips and not pits? And he means a fruit pear, maybe? God, I don't know. Early third phase. Smoke 'em. Anyone say anything that's useful? Not see anything. It's just garbage, isn't it? It's just like a social event. Looks like no one donated, which is good to see. Don't donate to them, guys. It's not worth it. Let's keep on moving.
Humanoid.
Yeah, humanoid, guys. This is going to be good.
Let me get out the car. I can't see you. Let me get out the car
Okay, they're filming through a car window, which is not good.
for a second.
Remember, it got interesting at the last frame there. You can see it rotated. And what rotates? Balloons! There we go, it stabilized it. To me, it looks like some sort of helium animal balloon with a tail. We see the other leg that pops out here. It's got a leg there, leg there. Some sort of dinosaur balloon.
Babe, I'm freaking out, yo.
I'm freaking out. It's a helium Myla balloon.
Let me get out the car. I can't see you.
Could be a Ninja Turtle, could it?
The car for a second.
Here we go. See at the very end there. Cut. Because that gave us the answer. This is what these guys do. They actually do not give you the full video. Let's keep on going. So what's it going to be? I'm going to have to use the K key.
I'm freaking out, yo.
What is that?
Hold on. Let me get out the car. Yes.
It's definitely a real video.
Let me get out the car.
Aha. Start to rotate there, I think. So we could step with the keyboard, the E key. No, it's not the E key. It's E key for VLC. What is it on this? The dots. There we go. Aha, we start to see the other limb is rotating. Now, could it be a limb or could it be two number balloons? Very interesting. That kind of looks like a letter A. Letter A and whatever letter would be with A. Looks like it might have a hollow bit. See there, get the cursor. It's got a hollow bit there. So it could be a G maybe. It's two letter balloons joined together. When you have birthday party, you can actually spell people's names, initials and stuff. Letter. Helium. Myla. Go. Images. Where's image there? Yep. Remember, my eyes are not that good at the moment. So you can get all these letter balloons, different colours. We're probably looking at some silver ones which go black. But you probably can get black letters as well. Party. So I think we're looking at letter A. There's one with party. That's in the way. Letter A and some other letter P maybe. It could be a P. That's spun around, so P going that way. So that's what it is, I'm pretty sure. I've done these for 6 years now. Letter A. And P fits it. Could be a lowercase b, but I'm not sure if they do lowercase. I think it's all uppercase. Let's have a look. I think they only do uppercase. Yep. So the best one that fits that is P. I think, anyway. So it's a person's name, AP. Or it could be two missing letters, and it might actually spell my name, Paul. P-A, in the opposite direction, right? So if that's a P at the front, A, U, L's broken away. So what are they going to say here, you reckon?
Wig.
There you go, you can start to see the hole.
That's fun. What is that?
Hold on. Let me get out the car.
So there was some enhancements done to this video. You could hear in the eyewitness.
They're saying it's a
voice that
humanoid.
They cannot explain what they're seeing, but when we enhance this and we can see,
there you go, you can
this
see the
thing is
hole.
lock solid, whatever this thing is. It's not
A, you can
wavering
see the
like
hole
you would
with the
think
A.
a bundle of balloons would be doing. This is really static, and it's form.
They often tell you what it is
undulating like you would
to
think
distract you
balloons would do.
from thinking it's
Again,
balloons.
Elon Musk, are
They
you
can see the letter A.
experimenting with something up there in the sky? Is this the jetpack
Yeah, Elon
man?
Musk cut
Is
those
this
little
a
balloons
humanoid?
out the sky.
Guys, I want
It's
to
all
get
your
thoughts.
fault.
We're not seeing any kind of undercarriage or any tether on this. Again, if this was balloons adrift, you would think that it would start to wobble via the wind and the heat dynamics. Again, this is lock solid here. Brent?
Bullshit.
Yeah, with the stabilization
rotating.
going on right there, really gives us a better picture of what we're looking at. It's a good one because with the software that we have to actually keep this in the right motion to see every degree of it without it bouncing all over the place, it takes work, and this is what we get.
You got a letter A and a letter P. And it kind of looks like when it went together from far away, it looks like a dinosaur.
A good pick, and in real-time video is showing something very strange. It's creepy indeed. It's hard to tell what it is. It's not a drone that I'm familiar with.
Well, I
Like
found
I
it
said,
really
like,
easy.
balloons don't move in this sort of way. It just stays steady.
Rubbish.
It
It's
has these
rotating.
nodules sticking out of this craft. There's no wobble or rotation. It just seems
Liar, liar. Oh, I can't stand listening to him. Okay, next one. They're such liars. Deceptive. They're not honest at all.
can amount.
Next one. Okay. My first impression is skydivers with pyros on. What do you reckon? The other one could be military flares being dropped. But I don't think so. Because you can see them moving around like on parachutes. So it could be training for military that got flares on there.
Bringing you the videos as fast as possible. Let's take a closer look at what's
Shoots,
going on here over the mountain.
so they can see each other.
And right now we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights blinking in and out from one place to another. Then you have these two substantial lights just kind of cruising, but then something below it seems to form in mid sky.
Yeah, they just lit up another flare.
These saucer-shaped craft, these lights start to blink in and out in erratic maneuvers. Is this some kind of major UFO event? Brent, what's your thoughts? Yeah, this one's weird. We really
See,
don't know the source.
what's on the other side of that hill? So we need a Google location, really. Could that be over a football stadium, other side of that mountain range? And these are the Golden Knights coming down with the pyro flares. So that's the sort of thing you need to look up, find out what date it is and all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to do it. That's why it should be submitted to MUFON. They will do it. It's a bit of work. Go to all their Facebook pages, Golden Knights, see if they had anything on that particular day.
It's kind of unknown, so we don't have a lot of information on what
See, they look like they're on glider
this
shoots
is or where
there.
it came from. I'm just trying to realize if this is the real deal. Are we looking at a CGI, or are we looking at something that's indeed real, captured on tape? This is
And the other possibility it could be is they're filming through a window and they're mucking around with torches reflecting off the window. But I'm not seeing any other shadows. But let's just run it through some filters. Okay. What do you think it is? Major event, UFO event. Yeah, you gotta laugh at the terminology, right? How do we get rid of that side chat going? Where's hide? Where's hide button on it? Let's get rid of it. I thought it was at the top. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's stick on the filters. Where is it? How come it's not working? Alright. It almost looks like daytime now, doesn't it? That's interesting. Could it be a daytime footage and they've dimmed down the colours so you can't see what's going on? They say. Is there reflections here? Is that reflections? Was that on the mountain? Good question. Okay. Okay, you can start to see smoke, can't you? See, it's got smoke trail going up. It's got a smoke trail. So there's definitely flares. How far away? I'm not too sure. And they could be the other side of the mountain or this side of the mountain. So it's either Golden Knights doing a display or military exercise with their own parachutes with maybe supplies and troops, of course. So yeah, that's pretty good. How it sort of comes up good there. Can we see any planes? There'll be little black specks, I guess. I can't see anything else. I'm not seeing any reflections, really. I think that's on the mountain. Oop. That's part of the mountain. Yep. Not much we can do more of that one, really. But it does look
Pretty fantastic as these objects blink.
We've done more with the filters than they ever have.
It seems like there's an event happening on the tops of the mountain over the skies there.
Yeah, if there's anybody that recognizes these mountain features, the jagged edges, is it familiar to you? Has anybody seen these mountainous regions with their own eyes and could actually tell us this exact location? Again, I'm just wondering, could it be maybe a reflection off a window and somebody's maybe putting some
I said that, Blake.
on a window and trying to create
But
this illusion, or
not
is it
with the
actually
filters,
up
you've
there
not
off
seen
in the
it.
distance, hovering above or beyond the mountain hillside there?
It
Now,
looks like
let's get
flares
to
being
some
dropped.
sad news in the UFO community.
Oh.
We received a message from James C. Goodall, and he received a call from Bob Lazar earlier today informing him that their good dear friend John Lear has passed. From the news, what we've heard, John Lear passed peacefully in his sleep last night. And we are sad to hear this. We have been in contact with John Lear.
How come they didn't say that on the news clip, though? And normally they say past where he's sleeping.
Over the decade right here at Third Phase of Moon, and have had some really interesting conversations. And let me tell you, some of his theories or his statements are pretty wild. Obviously, everybody knows John Lear. If you've heard him speak in regards to this phenomenon,
so that's just some of you Christians here. Flares do hang in the sky. They're called parachutes. And those parachutes, if they're dropped high enough up, which they are in that video, they can hang there for hours. Literally. The air currents can even take them upwards. But, you know, if they're flares, if the lights go out before 5 minutes. Flares generally don't burn more than 5 minutes. It depends what kind of flares they're using, but that looks like heat-seeking flares they drop in there with parachutes, which will stop burning after about a minute or less. Illumination flares are the ones that last the longest, up to 5 minutes, and they drop it over the coast when they got drug runners. So yeah, they can drop a whole bunch of them, called cluster flares, and they could be slowly drifting down and have different timers on when they turn on and off. Some are even LED now, which makes it even harder. So what else they got? Anything else? Just that last video there, so we can get into the next one. Okay, what we got? Anything new?
80 years.
Alright, a new documentary, which is all talking heads again. No evidence. So let's do the next one.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you tonight.
It's gone big. That's better. Okay. Special reports, okay.
UFOs are on the rise, and we're bringing you the disclosure as it happens.
We're on the rise. You film everything in the sky and call it UFO. Yes.
So buckle up, everybody. We also have a sneak peek in a...
Okay, so that there was them faking an event in 2018. December, I think it was. So it's closer to 2019. Of search and rescue off the coast there of Hawaii. And it was a helicopter. You could hear the helicopter when you amplified the volume up. And there was a couple of boats on the water and divers. Okay. Body retrieval, I guess.
conversation we had with the panel.
So these guys do hoax stuff.
Dr. Greer, Michael
and all the frauds, yes. Boring. Okay, volcano ones. Let's have a look.
Again, this mountainside, this range, this area is so hot. The activity of UFOs is off the hook around Popocatépetl. Is it a magnet for UFOs?
Now, what would that be? Now, the video seems a wee bit suspect. Grainy. Let's have a look.
Absolutely.
Okay, see the light dimmed out there. There was an explosion. I'm not seeing any movement on this here, so let's keep an eye on that. Because that looks like steam coming from the volcano.
That is the big question. And again, as we keep looking...
Okay, so suddenly something happened here. Looks like it suddenly got brighter there. Lightning.
Looking at this a little closer,
Something strange going on with this video.
Impact almost on the volcano itself. Again, multiple eyewitnesses.
Something not quite right with the video. And I don't see that steam's moving.
To the event, here's another angle. It explodes right above it, but what's
another angle? Okay. Is it exploding?
It explodes.
Could it be this meteorite that's coming down? Just happens to be near the volcano? I think we need to do a step by step. Let's have a look. What's that, the next one? Why is it not working? That's the dot, isn't it? I think they may have paused it.
What's interesting, the phenomenon.
Okay, let's go back a bit. Okay, something going on there. And is that moving? The steam coming off. I can't see any movement there. And then something happens here. Which is kind of strange, isn't it? Something strange happens there. Almost like a couple of frames were missing, like an explosion. That cloud's not changing, is it? I can't see anything changing. Then it goes normal. So yeah. Has it been edited? I'd say so. Would Jamie Mason make a fake? Yeah. He'd get someone else to do it. That cloud Steve stuff is not moving. So that makes me think there's some glitching on the camera happening. And this light that looks like it's coming down might actually be a plane that's passing overhead. And it's turned, and its front lights are blaring and glaring. And it's heading to the airport that we know all around this. There's an international airport only 100 miles behind this volcano. And there's also some local landing strips. So and here comes the plane, I think. If it was a meteorite, wouldn't it have more of a tail on it? And more of a V shape to it. And that steam's not moving. So it looks clearer there now. But you've got to remember it's on long exposure, so a single point of light's going to stretch. So let's see. Suddenly gets brighter, but it's not really a V shape. Could be the plane has turned towards us, and the landing lights. So it could be a plane that looks like it's coming from that direction and turning towards the airport somewhere over there. So still could be a plane. And something doesn't look right there, does it? Kind of looks like it's got a flat edge on it. But again, it doesn't look like a comet, but yeah, it could be. Fireball or plane. This is why you need side by side of, which they don't do, obviously, with the web camera. They could have a side by side with the flight path in front of the mountain here. Well, they could even have the international airport. You could see if this carries on towards the international airport, and then you could rule it out as a plane, right, or a helicopter. But yeah, I think the other side of it might be more interesting. Frame by frame. There could be a small plane with some floodlights on it, landing on the airstrip, little tiny airstrip on the other side of that volcano. And that steam hasn't changed. So yeah, really suspect. Could it be like some sort of lockup on the memory card where it's got a still image and a plane passing past? It's possible. Could be a bad memory in the webcam that's developed, because it's always running 24/7. It doesn't look like an explosion, does it? If that was an explosion, that steam would vanish. Bang! And then they cut it. That one's really suspect. Okay, next one. Oh, we're clicking the wrong button. Get in the wrong direction. Okay. Where is the other one? There it comes. So, does it look like a plane on long exposure? Still does. Okay, keep on going. Is it a V-shaped tail? Not really. Still could be overexposed lights. And where's that steam that we saw in the other one? Okay, see, there's only a little tiny bit of steam on this one. So yeah, the other one's a wee bit suspect. Still could be a plane. And then suddenly it goes bright. But it means it would have to have bright lights going in both directions. So it kind of rules out being a plane now. Could be a mid-air explosion. Or does that look like a, what do you call it, compression wave going out? It looks like it's getting bigger, is it? And compression wave gone. Yeah, it looks like a mid-air explosion. Just happened to come down over the volcano area. Good capture though. Now it's losing energy and fading. Now the other one we didn't see because it went behind that steam cloud. Is it fading now? Still there. Still there, which is kind of strange, isn't it? If it exploded, it's still hanging there. But I think maybe they paused it. I'd have to play the video to see if they paused it. But it does look like they paused it to me.
It's interesting, the phenomenon.
Yeah, they must have paused it. Okay, this one's definitely going to be a plane. And you can see it's long exposure, and when you really zoom in on this one, you can see it's made up of segments. More lights here at the front. And they've started fading because of how long exposure works. It leaves the lens open longer, so it attracts more light. And it looks like you got various little bumps there where you got the blinking light happening. Okay. So that's a plane. This time for sure.
Phenomena is active around this.
And yeah, you can see it's heading towards the airport. Now, if you put that side by side with the airport's tracking, you could line it up perfectly, right? So, it looks like it was coming towards us a wee bit, then turned and headed into the airport there. International airports.
Certain region, this
And of course, they cut it.
particular volcano known as Popocatépetl, and look at this, that just shot above the.
Okay, you saw the plane was turning towards us, and then it turned like the other one did. So it's on the same flight path. So if you lined it up, you'll see it around the same flight path going to the international airports.
The mountain there, the volcano, this one goes directly within the caldera.
Okay, so that's that small airport that's on the other side here. Now you can bring up the map and show you the airports if you want to. I've done it so many times now, it's just ridiculous.
That one's absolutely stunning.
No, it's not. You guys are fakers. So this, what's that? I can't spell it though. Mexican volcano. Mexico volcanoes. So just put that in. And we can then look at the airports. Okay, I forgot where I got to. Okay, there's quite a few volcanoes. And that's the one, I think. Okay, there's a few of them, isn't there? That's annoying. Yeah. Wouldn't want to be around all those. We're going to go to that place there. What maps? Here it is. Steaming. I told you it was steam. So I want to type in airports. Space to airport. And that should give us all the locations, I think. Okay, there's International Airport right behind it. And remember the plane was coming along here, turned and heads towards the airport. See what I mean? And those two ones they showed, they both turned, so the landing lights were towards us. And long exposure makes a big blobby mess. And then it turned, and the lights got dimmer because they're moving away from us, and we're seeing the rear end lights. And it landed at the airport there. So they've given us the international routes from the from the volcano. Is only what happened to it? It normally has. What did I do wrong? I clicked on the map, I think. Okay. Stuffed it up. Let's go back. There we go. And normally tells us the distance. It doesn't look too far away from the airport, does it? I think it's less than 100 kilometers anyway. There's a way to put all the airports on there. Let's try it. I want to get to the end, so they're not going to let us. Let's put airports maybe. Or Air Force Base or something. There's a way for it to get. Put all the markers where the airports are. It's worked in the past, so I'm not sure why it's not working. Aha, there's another one. And let's put volcanoes up. That's not good. On the airports. Damn it. It's a bit hard without the other keyboard. Let's put Mexico airports in. It's going to make a mess. Let's start fresh. Of course, they don't tell you this. They don't have debunkers come on any of their movies for balance. They just have talking head shells on there. Okay, now we've got the airports. And some photographs. And now we need to find the volcanoes. It was there, wasn't it? It hasn't put the lesser airports on, but it's international. Let's put all the international ones. Quite a few airports. I just say airport, I didn't have to say international. There's a way to get it. Maybe Air Force bases. AFBs, maybe. I did manage to do it some way. Oh, here we go. Let's put more up on the map. That's no good. Oh well. I have done it in the past, but I'm not sure how I managed to get it up. Maybe I have to put a comment in between. I spelled it wrong. Anyway, I won't muck around with it. Just believe me, there's an airport over here and another one over here and an international over there.
And more evidence of the phenomenon.
There you go, going to the
captured
international
within
airport
the
again.
webcams to Mexico, and we want to appreciate Jaime Maussan for giving us the heads up. And the
Going to the airport again.
activity is off the hook. We're seeing them come in from
Coming off,
directions,
taking
up,
off from
down,
the
left,
airports.
right.
Taking
Again,
off from the airports.
The caldera seems to be a magnet.
Going to the
Is there
airports.
some kind of energy that could be harnessed from these craft,
And that
if
could be a
ET in
meteorite
nature have
exploding.
figured out to harness the energy from
Or a
the
fireball,
volcanic
as they call it.
geothermals, or maybe the lava itself. It's
Okay, we've got something else
appreciate you
here.
joining us in this premiere security cam in the neighborhood. It gets the dogs, the security dogs, or the family
Okay, this
pets
one's coming up
attention.
sounds more
This
interesting.
video is kind of mind blowing, so take a close look at this.
Okay. Looks like a scooter. Pissing on a scooter. Or skateboards. That's wearing some sort of reflective hoodie. Some metallic hoodie. It's a skateboarder. On long exposure with some hoodie that reflects the light back. There we go, I'm coming down the slope. Are you trying to tell me that's meant to be a ghost or an alien? And of course the dogs are woofing at it. Mine go crazy with the scooters and the skateboarders. My dogs would do that too. Well, my sister's dogs certainly would. Okay, what are they going to say about it, guys? This is going to be funny. Here's a person. Skateboarder. Busted. Ooh, spooky. Come on, move on. Looks like there's some kids skateboarding, obviously. He's not alone.
Paranormal activity or something ET in nature or something
I know they're gonna say that.
mundane. It's interesting as we watch this again, this phantom catches the dog's interest. They get up close and then have reactions. You have three animals.
There's a scooter, isn't it?
Curiosity in
One of those
regards
little
to
kid
this
scooters.
object. I'm not quite sure what it could be, but it's interesting.
You
having
liar.
the
I bet
life
you
form,
do.
These dogs, the canines, transfixed on this thing. And I'm kind of transfixed on it as well as we see it come down in frame. Multiple camera angles from the security cam. But again, it comes down, we're highlighting it there. And
He's
the
on the
dogs
road.
start to approach it. Their tails are wagging.
Dogs
and
don't like
one of them darts
scooters.
away. I don't see dogs reacting to balloons this way. I see dogs
Balloons.
acting like this towards another biological life.
Ah, you
Another dog or
Davy
any other
bugger.
kind of animal.
Are they
Dogs
drunk
very
when they do
curious with.
this?
If this were a balloon,
If anything, it would be a bug on the lens, but it's not. So this is definitely someone in a hoodie that's sort of very reflective for the IR light for some reason. Maybe because it's hot. That's all. You can see the scooter shape there. I'm not sure if I can take much more of these guys without crying with laughter. So what are we saying over here? We still got people watching. Oh yeah, we got two hardcore people. Is that blue chicken there still? These days, anything is possible on a movie, especially where the movie is in YouTube. Doesn't get taken down. Yeah, but it's just mundane stuff, right? That's misidentified. That's all. Just like the guy on the scooter. Of course, extraterrestrials are real. Yeah, I never said they weren't. In fact, I got visited by one. This ain't a flat plane inside a bubble. Well, the universe is technically a sphere, and multi-universes are equally spheres, which is a bubble, I guess. And when they overlap and when they touch, that's where the doorways happen, or happen naturally. I reckon we can actually generate, using the fourth dimension, energy field, which allows you to generate your own portal, which is possible what aliens do as well, or Bigfoot. But yeah, I think we're done. Is that the last one?
Would the dogs have any interest in it? It's definitely not mundane, in my opinion.
Yes, it is.
Interesting. Different places around the world. Oh, and John D'Souza, including myself.
John D'Souza is a fake FBI agent. Any FBI agents would not be hanging around with frauds online, promoting the topic that he was meant to be taken seriously. So yeah, they certainly conned the FBI agent. They must be laughing. Okay, so it looks like the end of it, is it? Is he on here? There he is. The FBI agent that was based on X-Files. Fancy trying to promote yourself on their channel. Terrible, mate. Terrible. And to be with these guys too. They're all promoting something to sell something. Jim's trying to sell books. He's trying to promote his website. Let's try and get him up to 5,000 members, people. We know what he's selling. Fantasy talking to aliens. And if that was the case, he should better cool him down, and disclosure wouldn't be needed. Come down, alien brothers, and step outside your flying disc. I promise I won't show the videos to anyone else. Tricked you. I sent it to Fox News. Blake and Brent Cousins. He kind of looks a wee bit like Max Headroom, isn't it? Blah 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 blah. Welcome, people. Remember that guy with the square head? The Avatar guy. He's trying. He looks fake there. I wonder if they've worked out some deep fake software to so he doesn't have to host even. And see if anyone picks it up. Could he be a deep fake? I suppose they could make their own deep fake. Apparently, it costs a wee bit of money, but you can actually hire companies that will do a deep fake of you, and you have to fill in lots of paperwork. But they won't do anyone else, and you would have to submit like a fair, decent number of words so they get the speech right. Probably 5,000 to 10,000 words right. So I've covered that in the past in previous live shows, where people were trying to defend Tyler's fake leaker videos, where he used his own voice before the deep fake software algorithms come about. Even that's not perfect. You need clear voice samples with no music and stuff in the background to make a deep fake. That's why the presidents always do speeches, and they can get clear recordings from them from news reports and things. And of course, Joe Rogan never has music, so they faked him as well, I think. Who else did they do? They faked anyone that had like clear and lots of videos they could take words from. Just to show an example. Okay, so I think we're up to the end of my show. I think I need a drink and a rest now. Okay, so there's meant to be some new videos coming out from so-called pilots, so we'll see what that develops next, if it ever happens. And I don't think there's anyone else that's put out any garbage yet. Like people on skateboards. UFO interest, I think he's putting up stuff here. Mostly Twitter people. Okay, CGI fakes he's exposing. So remember, this one was on third phase. He's confirmed it's CGI. I think at the time I said it was probably staged. Drone, maybe. To go back to the video, the hoaxers plan to share the same UFO drone. Here you go, drone with LED lights on it. I think that's what I said. Let's have a look. Remember this one? I think it was over Poland or somewhere. I'm not sure what it says. Anyway, they've come clean on it. It's a fake. Okay. And do you think third phase will take down that video now? No. Let's move it on a bit. I'm in a car, alright. Where's the laser? Oh, right there. Somewhere there. Was it? Laser pointer. Oh, there's another car up there. A drone, baby, with LED lights. Okay, that's how easy it is to fake stuff. This one's hilarious. Ring security camera, caught UFO. What's that say there? Bakersfield. Here's another insect mistaken. Yeah. Not a skateboarder though.
The 23 ABC viewer sent this to our newsroom. You tell us what you think it is. Right here. Ready? Right there.
Oh, a bag.
Bakersfield resident Tim Harvey sent it from his Ring camera. He lives in Hagen Oaks off Ming and Versace Drive. Says that the object descended from the south beyond the trees. And as you could see it in that video, then sort of whips through the sky right there in an instant, leaving some kind of trail.
Yeah, that's typical of full exposure again. And for the sensors to discharge. So that bug moves quicker than the camera and security camera can process the whole image. It does it in stripes. And meantime that bug gets caught in the next stripe. So I've got anything else here? Section 51 again. Okay. Speed debunking. He's trying to compete with the Cousin Bros with their dramatic music. Oh, right. The donut UFO, right? Or the half C. Yeah, that one's been debunked many times. Right, the Nazi footage. What's that one from again? A movie. The recurring leaked footage showing a Nazi UFO. D. Glocker. Hoax created mixing 2 unrelated videos I exposed in my latest video on YouTube. Okay. I think one was a movie. Or maybe they're both movies, I'm not sure. What else we got? Advertising. Okay, my throat's going. And fake again. So nothing much happening there. So yeah, hopefully move on. Reverts back to the old site so we can use it. But they've hidden the code, so or they fix up the current problems, so they still need to keep on it, at it, it's garbage. Okay, so this has closed that down, and get that back up. No one joined me on the side chat. You could have joined me all that time, guys, and talked about what we're looking at yourself. You could have debated with me if you wanted. As long as your facts are correct and better than mine, you ain't gonna win. So yeah, that was fun. The Bigfoot stuff was quite interesting. And I need to queue up the end credits. And get ready for dinner by the looks of it. And I'll try and get the sky watching thing sorted. Should be in the last part of the parcel coming soon. In the post. So this week I might be able to test it. Whoop, I forgot to take that message off. Dead face is garbage. Yes, I have to put that up. You like this show, thank you. It's good to get some good comments. Normally I just get haters. Haters will be haters. I must admit, I do get a good laugh at the cousin bros talking garbage, though. But you need a drink. I think you need an alcoholic drink as well, just to make it even better. You've been around a long time. You sound like you're getting old, like me. Good night, Blue Chicken. Thanks for coming. See you on the next one. Gotta click the end button in a minute. See how many likes I get. These debunks get the most likes actually, which is kind of surprising. Get 10 or 11 or 12 sometimes. And only 30 watches, which is quite a good ratio if you look at that. Okay, good night all. Stay safe on the roads.